On a dark and ominous Halloween night, two young lovers, Sarah and David, set out on an adventure to the infamous haunted railroad tracks in the south of San Antonio. They were both adrenaline junkies, always on the lookout for the next thrill, and they had heard the rumors about the tracks where the ghosts of children were said to push cars over the tracks. Excitement buzzed through their veins as they drove down the deserted road towards the tracks. As they approached the crossing, the moon cast an eerie glow over the scene. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as David parked their car on the tracks, eager to experience the supernatural phenomenon for themselves. Suddenly, the car began to move. At first, Sarah and David laughed nervously, assuming it was the work of the ghosts. But as the car picked up speed, their laughter turned to fear. The car jerked violently, throwing them both out and onto the ground. Sarah scrambled to her feet, heart racing as she saw David's motionless body lying a few feet away. Terrified and alone, Sarah stumbled through the darkness, trying to find help. But the more she walked, the deeper she seemed to get lost in the haunted woods that surrounded the tracks. Strange apparitions began to appear around her, whispering ominous warnings that chilled her to the bone. As Sarah fought to survive and find her way back to civilization, she realized that this was not just a supernatural encounter, but a battle for her very soul. The ghosts of the children who had died on those tracks were determined to take her with them into the afterlife. In the end, Sarah never made it out of those woods. Her fate was sealed on that dark and haunted Halloween night. But her story lives on, a cautionary tale to those who dare to seek out the thrill of the supernatural. The railroad tracks in San Antonio are forever haunted by the ghosts of those lost souls, and their tragic tale is a reminder of the dangerous consequences that can come with seeking out the unknown years past. And the legend of Sarah and David's disappearance on the haunted railroad tracks only grew more famous. People whispered tales of their ghosts wandering the woods, forever trapped in a purgatory of their own making. But Sarah's family refused to give up on finding her. They searched tirelessly for any clues, hired private investigators, and even offered rewards for information. However, their efforts were in vain, and Sarah's disappearance remained a mystery. That is, until a group of paranormal investigators stumbled upon a journal in the woods near the tracks. It was Sarah's journal, filled with entries chronicling her final moments before her disappearance. The entries described in vivid detail the eerie apparitions she had encountered and the fear that consumed her. Finally, her family had some closure, but the discovery of the journal only added to the ghostly legend surrounding the haunted railroad tracks in San Antonio. Some believed that Sarah's spirit still roamed the woods, seeking revenge on the ghosts that had taken her life. Others believed that she had joined the other lost souls and was forever trapped in the afterlife. The railroad tracks remained a forbidden place, and those who dared to venture there risked meeting the same fate as Sarah and David. As the years passed, the woods grew thicker, and the tracks were slowly reclaimed by nature. But the stories of the haunted tracks never died, and the fear of the unknown lingered in the hearts of those who knew the tragic tale of Sarah and David.